I'm just giving everybody kind of a second to, this might be too tall. Maybe I'll just move it back. I am tired this morning. Bear with me, guys. Why is this not working? We're just gonna run with it. Okay, I'm hoping I'll give some people some time to get in. I thought this morning I would share some of my finds that I found this weekend, but I'm hoping that you'll chit chat back and forth with me. So if you are here, let me know. And if you can hear me, let me know. I don't want to keep moving the camera, but it's bothering me that it's... Oh, okay. Okay, thank you for working with me here. I have my I feel like I went on a really long walk this morning and I feel like I'm a little bit behind this morning. So if you can hear me, you can see me, let me know. So I shared this, okay, can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me now. Hearing fine here. Okay, so maybe just, I don't know. Let me know if you can't hear me. I'm just gonna start. But this morning, if you check my stories, and I will be sharing more of it this week and just a lot, but I have recently found an app that, since the pandemic, I feel like I cannot find yard sales anymore. I don't know what it is. People just, obviously that changed a lot of things, but I feel like the way people were advertising for them, it just changed. The weekly little free newspaper that we used to get all the time, now we only get it like every so often or when they think about it. Anyway, literally for the past couple of years, the only time I went to find a yard sale or found a yard sale was when I would happen to drive by it. And so I found an app that does all your searching for you, which has been a game changer. And if you have watched any of my hauls, you will see I have found some amazing things, and probably my most amazing find at a yard sale, I'm going to share that with you here. Now, some of this new stuff here is you haven't seen yet on YouTube, but if you follow me on YouTube, you will have seen some of this. So one question I want to ask is, do you follow over on my YouTube channel? Because this kind of longer form video, I used to do it all the time on IG and Facebook, but they just don't like it anymore. So I had to start posting over on YouTube. So I still share all of my full hauls, thrifted, yard sales, whatever, over on YouTube. And it's just at My Creative Days on YouTube. So it's super easy to find. But I have found some amazing things this year, and it's from yard sales that I found through this app. So after this, I don't know if I can do this now. Can I do this now? No. And I don't want to have to get off of the live and that ruin it. So anyway, when we get off here, you can check my stories because I did link what it is. And it works, and there's a free version, there's a paid version, and they're giving you guys a discount. So I'm just super excited about it because I love yard sales. I love yard sales and church sales. Like, those are my favorite things. And to be able to find them again and just have somebody else looking for them so I don't have to be on my phone. I'm on my phone enough with what I do. So anytime I can get off my phone, I'm so excited about it. So I think you guys will really, really like it. So I hope you try it out or check it out. I did link I just wrote about it on my blog post, kind of shared a bunch of stuff about it, what I learned. I've been going back and forth for months because I did not want to share it unless I knew it was something it worked, I really liked, it was easy to use. If it's not easy to use, I don't want any part of it. And that I knew that you guys would really like it. So I shared that. MyCreativeDays.com is where you'll find it. And if you just scroll down a little bit, it'll be the first one up there because it just went live this morning. But I'm super excited about that. And I'll be sharing more about it. But it works. And I feel like I'm yard sailing again because I absolutely love it. So, and if you're not following on YouTube, I would love for you guys to go over there and subscribe. It's free. I am sharing new videos every week. I tried a new bleach kit on a piece of furniture, and this makeover, I loved it so much that I sold something else we had because I had to keep it. It turned out so well. But I tried a new bleach kit on it, and then I did a whole different makeover with that piece. But I did that whole video on YouTube, and like I said, I share all my haul. I share a ton of stuff over there. The flip house projects that we do, I share a lot of that in video form. I mean, I do a lot of it on my website as well, but in video form, if you're like me and you like to see things happening or whatever, I do that all over there as well. So definitely, it's just, if you go to YouTube, it's at My Creative Days, super simple to find it. It's linked on this page as well. Okay, and yesterday, and I forgot to write it down, yesterday I asked you guys for some movie recommendations. So Matt and I were like, we love to watch like Alone, and those like challenges, Naked and Afraid, like those shows are fun to watch. Other than that, Matt's like, I just want to find a movie. And I just have not seen, I've actually thought about going, the one movie, just because the movies when our kids were little that I thought I would see is Toy Story 5. Have you guys seen that? I have not seen it. Neither one of the kids have been like, yeah, I want to go see that. But I thought, I don't know, that one might be good. But I have not seen it. But you guys, the number one recommended movie, and even if it's on a streaming service, whatever, it's something with sheep in it. The name has sheep in it. I'm not going to remember it. So it's that, you guys probably know what it is. I want to say somebody said it's on Amazon, so Prime Video or something, but something with sheep. And I shared it. I did share it in stories this morning, so we'll have to check that one out for sure. But that was the one that was shared the most. Okay, I'm writing this down. The Unsung Hero on Netflix. Okay. If you have any more movie recommendations, let me know. I'm going to write those down as you guys send them in. So this weekend, there was like a block yard sales, which I love. I love citywide yard sales, block, like where it's a whole block sales. And then I did go to one thrift store. I went to one thrift store this weekend. I don't have a ton here at all, but a couple of things that I found I really, really love. So the first thing I'm going to share is, I should have left it in the bag, but I did. This was at a thrift store, but there was a bunch of like ribbons and stuff in this bag in the thrift store. And it was in the craft section. It wasn't in a little Christmas section, but I noticed this. And so all day long for $2.99, I'm going to pick this up. So I couldn't see because it was all kind of toppled. I got rid of some of the ribbon that was in there, but any vintage Christmas stuff I'm going to pick up. And so this as it is, I love this stuff. So I grabbed this weekend. It's still got the ribbon on it too. I won't use the ribbon. But I grabbed this. And then I grabbed these. These were at a yard sale. I grabbed these little guys at a yard sale. And then now, I do not have a green thumb. Do you all have green thumbs? I do not. But I loved this little plant stand. But I won't use it as a plant stand. I do not have any plants. I mean, they're not real in the house because I can't keep any of them alive. And honestly, I don't think I want to. I just don't want anything else to take care of. But so I grabbed this. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I just liked it. I like the shape. I like the design. It was like $1.50, I think. These, I kind of made a joke recently that now that July 4th is over, anybody else love fall so much that you're like, it's just kind of fall now, right? I wish the weather, it's like in the upper 90s here. I know everybody else is warm too, and it's not my favorite at all. So I like to get up really super early before the sun, just so I can get outside and do something out there, because the heat, I just do not like the heat and the humidity. Anyway, these were from TJ Maxx. I got them at a thrift store. I got 2 of them, but this is a Pottery Barn dupe project. Probably I'm going to, I've done a ton of those on my YouTube channel as well, but these were too good not to pass up. They were brand new, so I grabbed 2 of those. I'm not like a silver person, but I'm hoping there's not a lot of fall and this kind of stuff out yet at our stores, but they will be soon. It's one of my favorite times, that and the Christmas season. But so I grabbed these and they had them priced. They were $3 or something, 3 something, but they're a good size. So I grabbed those. And then this next thing was at a garage sale, you guys. So it was actually on that block yard sale, and it was a sale that we've been to these sales before, and both of the kids were actually with me and wanted to go with me. I will do that any day, all day. But, and my mom kind of lived close. So then anyway, we went to a different sale that usually is really a lot better on this street and past this other sale. So then on the way back to get Landon's car, I'm like, let's stop here because we didn't stop here. And I walked up and I thought, there is no way. So there was a bunch of pots, flower pots, clumped together. And this was used as a flower pot. So it had dirt all over the bottom, except for one little piece, I could see it. And then it had the remnants of dirt inside, super easy to clean up. And I thought, what are the odds? What are the odds that this massive thing that somebody was using as a planter is actually what I think it is? And with the dirt, it was like this. So this was all covered with dirt. I'm like, it's an ironstone pitcher. Let me pick this up. Can you guys guess how much this was? This thing is huge. I have some small ones up there, but I have never found, I have another ironstone, it's almost like a vase. It's amazing. It was sitting on the top of a shelf at a thrift store full of fall leaves. I think they had it marked up to $7.99. They didn't know what it was. They were charging for the leaves and the plants or the flowers, the fake flowers that were inside. $7.99, right? They're like, those flowers are worth a lot of money. The ironstone pot vase thing, maybe I'll share that next week or whatever on this live, but it's one of my favorite things. And this, can you see how big it is? It's unbelievable. You guys, it was $1.50. I'm not even kidding. I could not grab it fast enough. You pick it, you see it like this, and you're like, there's just no way. There's dirt all over it. And then to find that, I was floored. I couldn't believe it. So grabbed that, came home, cleaned up perfectly. The inside, I should show you the inside even. It cleaned up perfectly. So, and there's whenever you find anything like this too, now, for $1.50, if this would have had a chip on here, I wouldn't have cared. But any kind of glassware, plates, dishes, ceramics, ironstone, depending on, anytime you're at a thrift store, there have been so many times when I have found something like that and I've got it in my cart, I'm ready to go. But then it's before I check out, I will check the rim, do it carefully. You don't want to cut your finger or anything, but I would say 7 times out of 10, I find some kind of chip or crack that I didn't see with my eyes. So just run your fingers around the edges of whatever it is. Those things, somebody donated those to the thrift store, probably in a big box. And then the thrift people that are putting it on the shelves, they're jumbling everything around. They go in a box before they go on the shelf. 8 times out of 10, they're probably going to be chipped or broken. So just always do that. But like I said, with this one for $1.50 and this huge pitcher, I wouldn't have cared. But yes. And then I grabbed this guy at the thrift store. There was a lot of this kind of, there was some other stuff for Easter and stuff there too. So somebody must have cleaned out all their Easter stuff. But I liked this silver. It's got a sticker on it, made in India or something. It's not old or anything. But so probably from like a TJ Maxx or whatever as well. Okay, so those are some of my finds from over the weekend. But I always get asked what my like most favorite thrift find has been. And I shouldn't say that this is my favorite, but this is, on the bottom of it's just a sticker on the bottom of this. It says wipe with soft dry cloth made in India. Is that what you mean? It's just like a sticker like from, like from not Hobby Lobby. Like, you know what I mean? Home Goods or TJ Maxx. I don't know why I'm so tired this morning. So I have found some amazing things. Like our entire house is full of finds. Literally, that's how I like to decorate our home. But there are some finds that it's just like, is this legit? And so if you see, you may have seen this. I'm just gonna take a drink. Does anybody have tea or coffee right now? I don't drink any coffee. I don't like it. I love the smell of coffee. I love the smell of a coffee shop. I just cannot do it. I just cannot drink it. But so I just drink a cup of tea in the morning. I put collagen in it. Are you taking your collagen? I absolutely love the collagen that I use. You can't taste it. You can't, the pitcher, the Ironstone pitcher. So it's got the Alfred, it's the Ironstone mark, England, Ironstone. So I guess, yeah, some people don't know. Now, not all Ironstone, and I don't know like the, what do I want to say? Not all Ironstone is going to have this Ironstone thing, but this one I recognize all the time. And so for this to be, and it could have been this, whatever it was, I knew right away that's what it was. So, so that's the one that I recognize. But some of them even look like you'll find a plate at the thrift store and it's an older plate and the stamp actually looks newer, if that makes sense. It actually looks like, oh, this would be like at a Target or something. So definitely read that because, read it because that's Ironstone, but you just, it's just different. Hot chocolate with coffee for taste. Like in the winter and stuff, I will get a hot chocolate. Like everybody else will get a coffee. Landon's more like me, but like Gabrielle and Matt, like their coffee but I just cannot go it for some reason. My grandma used to always say that. If she didn't like somebody, she would never say, I don't like them. She would just be like, I just can't go him. Or I just can't go her. She was the sweetest lady. So anyway, back to my favorite finds. This may not be my favorite find, but this was like a, what in the heck just happened? And I actually should grab the other piece that she came down because, do you guys want me to grab the other piece as well? Gabrielle's still here. She might be able to grab it for me. Hang on one second. Hey, Gabrielle, I'll grab it quick. Okay, so for those of you that haven't seen this, so I went to this yard sale. This was way before we went on our vacation. And we were going to leave that afternoon. And that morning I said, Matt, there are some sales on a street that I really like. And so I said, I just want to go to those. They were so much fun. I got 2 cup and saucers from England for $3 each. That's a good buy. Did I miss? Okay. So anyway, this wasn't even the best sale by any means. You guys need to go check YouTube for the other one. Found so many great things. But anyway, I have it stuffed, so it's kind of heavy. So this was sitting on a table. And I don't know anything about this stuff. I knew what it was. I knew what it could be, and I don't know anything about this stuff. And so the lady, she was 83, and so she was telling me all about her life, and it was amazing to talk to her. And literally it was like 45 minutes. And her husband even said, Matt was with me, even said to Matt, your wife's in for it now because she stopped and she's talking with her. But it was great. It reminded me of the lady that we just bought our last flip house from. Anyway, she was a flight attendant way back in the day. She's written a book. She met Mother Teresa. Like, she's got all of these stories, and that's what she really wanted to talk to me about and share. Her book, her life, it was just like, and so this was there, and I'm like, is this real? And she's like, yes. But even if it isn't real, that doesn't matter in life. Like, she was just really, it was just a joy to talk to her. And so I'm like, I'm gonna just take a chance on it. The leather, like, just really looked good. And let me show you what else was on there. So this was on there. Now you can tell that it hasn't been, like, the leather needs conditioning, and it's really, some of it's really, you can see they're really frail. But anyway, so I just thought that's fine. So after I bought this, there were other sales on the street, right? So I went to another sale, and as I'm walking down the driveway, she's yelling, hey, and she's like waving her hands. And so I'm like, Matt, you go to the car. I'm going to go talk to her. And so she brings this out, and she's like, I just want you to have this. I just want you to have this. I'm like, okay, that's great. Like, I can pay you for it. Still, I don't know if any of this is real, but this story that she's got, me chit-chatting with her, is worth it no matter what. So she just wanted me to take this. So I have a friend that I'm like, I'm just going to meet with her and, is this even real? And so she went through this really well, and she was kind of teaching me that, this is what you look for. This is what you, and she's like, I am 99% sure both of these things are real. And I was like, are you kidding me? If this is probably, and so like this I learned from her, this is probably from the 70s. So this was before they had the tags inside. This is before they had the, I don't know, some number or whatever. I really enjoy learning about I love anything vintage, anything old, anything with a story. The story to go with it is awesome. You are so right. And that's why I love, like, this cabinet behind me. It was free on the side of the road. How we got it and the whole story behind it is what I love about it. Everything in our home is like that. If there's not much besides a couple of sofas in the house that were bought new from a store. And that's one of my favorite things about it, is the story. I will never forget this lady. I will never forget this hour and some that we spent talking to her. Like, I will never forget it. And then I met up with a friend, and I got to learn a ton about this. But anyway, she's 99% sure this was real, from the 70s. It's the largest bag that they make or made. And then this as well is real and all that. Anyway, so then I learned about authenticating it. And so I went and did all that, but such a crazy story. Like, and especially for where we live, you are not finding, I mean, I know people have it all, but you're just not finding this when you're out yard sailing, like real stuff. So this was a really fun find that, when people say, what's your favorite? I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's actually something that there are some issues with it, but like nothing that can't be. And she was telling me like some of the stitching and stuff, but like she was telling me somebody that's really wants this from this age will totally understand that. Like, this is from the 70s. You can get it repaired. You can, it's amazing. But so that would probably be, and this summer, I just feel like I've had a lot of those sales that that app is actually helping me find, which has been a game changer because they're just getting harder and harder to find. So that's, I won't get all that out, but can anybody here, if you go to yard sales, thrift stores, church sales, estate sales are probably the last on my list because there's a company that's running it, and obviously they need to make it worth their while, and it's, I just feel like the prices are sometimes, they're just, unless you go on the last day, but then usually the last day, but then I have friends that's what they love to do, estate sales. So what's your favorite find, or what do you like? Do you like yard sales, church sales, thrift stores, estate sales? If I had to choose, church sales would probably be my number one favorite, and then yard sales. But I love it, like I said, like a citywide, or like the whole block is having it, just because then you can get to a ton in a short amount of time. So the stories are definitely worth more than the finds, hands down, because for me, and I'm pretty frugal, like I just, yeah. So it's the stories that I love. Did you guys, here, I can show this. This is sitting actually right here. So this was let me move these over here. This was actually at a citywide sale that we went to, and I was like, what? I think I shared this, didn't I? I shared this in a reel or whatever, but this is from the 70s as well, but it's just so, I still haven't hung it up. Because we have been going back and forth on a house, and so that's a whole nother story that I kind of shared a little bit on it on my podcast last week. I think it was last week that I shared about it. But so if you know anybody who loves Louis Vuitton, I haven't decided on the smaller one, but I'm thinking the bigger one, I could probably part with it. Anyway, so we've been going back and forth on this house, and so we've been doing small little projects around our own house that we've had on our list that we've just been putting off, and so we've just been getting these small things done just in case. Thrift stores and yard sales plus antique stores. Okay, so antique stores, so they're fun to walk through, but do you find, and maybe it's your area, do you find that they're expensive? And here's the thing. See, that's just me. Again, I have friends that are like, if there's something specific I want, I'm going to an antique store, right? So for sure, I need a ironstone pitcher for this, whatever. Definitely going to an antique store. And that's where I love the hunting, going through everything, trying to find that thing. Whereas some people, they want to go to a curated shop, consignment shop, an antique store where everything is curated and already picked up. Somebody's done all of that work for you. So then you're going to pay a little bit more at an antique store, so you don't have to do all that searching. I love the hunting for it. I do. Smaller items at the antique store, yes. The bag, how much was it? I'd love for you guys to guess. We'll see if anybody can get it right. That's a way for you guys to. So do you guys have, so some of you, it sounds like some of you, you like to go to yard sales, antique stores, whatever. What's your favorite find? Or what do you look for all the time? I feel like everybody's kind of got a thing that they look for. For me, it's going to always be kind of the same things. Anything vintage, anything, like I'm looking over here, baskets, the accordion peg racks, always. These are just some things that I found recently that I did videos for that I haven't put away. This brass lamp is right here. I can share this. It's right here. So this, I love these brass lamps, like these table lamps. And she was so funny. Her sale, everything was $1. So it's like, let's pick up the lamp. I'm taking the lamp for $1. She's like, oh, that's free. And I said, oh, okay, that's fine. She said, I just don't know if it worked. She said it worked, but I think it's a light bulb. So since I'm not sure if it's really working, I think it just needs a new light bulb. It's just free. I'm happy to pay the $1. But the only thing, so we are not music people by any means. I mean, we are not musically inclined, if that's, I don't know if that's the right word, but I want to take this off. Would that be a shame to take that off? Tell me what you think. I've actually been meaning to ask Matt, so it's not open down here, but I want to see if he can take that off. I mean, I know this, you could definitely cut it with some like wire snips right here and then still just have that dome there. And then it would just be more, and don't be afraid to do that. Now, I'm not going to go, do something with a Louis Vuitton, bag like that. I'm not going to change that. But like something like this, people get so angry. It's like when I paint a piece of furniture or it's not going to be in your house and you're not doing the work or you're not whatever. I am not going to pick up a perfectly good dresser and then paint it. The pieces that I'm picking up need to be restored. Or even if you spray paint, like these. So like silver, if I find something, a better idea or something that I like a little bit better, even if it's brand new, you find it in TJ Maxx and the color is just a little off, spray paint it. It's going in your house. You're going to live with it. It's okay. It's okay. Even when, Aunt Cheryl wants to tell you not to paint something, it's okay. It's going to live in your house. So do that. And then after you do it, when all your friends and family are like, oh my gosh, where did you get that? Just be like, see, see, oh my gosh. Yeah. See, you would take it off too. Okay. You get the smaller items at the antique stores. Yes, we will stop in them more often at the Christmas season because vintage Christmas is getting harder and harder to find. There was actually an estate sale this past weekend. And I found a Facebook Marketplace find, a free piece of furniture. I'll share that here soon, but we had to go get that at the same time that the estate sale started, which I was fine. I'm not going to stand in line ever for an estate sale. I'm not going to be one that, the first 50 come get a number. I'm not going to do that. It's just not that serious to me. But they had a ton of vintage Christmas. So I said, after we get this piece, we'll just stop. And most of it was gone. But that isn't always the case because I've been to many where I shared actually a reel. Was that this summer or was that, I don't know. But there was one vintage Santa mug. And if you've been following my account at all, you know that I have kind of a collection of vintage Santa mugs. I absolutely love them. There was one at this estate sale. And I said, Matt, if we're in the area, we can stop. And we were there hours later. And that one mug was still sitting there. So I did grab that. But this one, everything was gone. So you've never been to an estate sale. I get it. They can be a little intimidating, especially if you go on that first day, it starts at 3 or whatever, and you're there and you see people lined up all around. They can be intimidating. Whereas I feel like a yard sale or a church sale, you're just kind of in and out. If you have never been to a church sale, I would highly recommend go. Just go. Because it's like, yeah, they're my favorite. I absolutely love them. Now, there's been many that I've been to that have not been great, but they're just my favorite. I'm also the person that likes to be at these sales first. And not first, but like, I just don't want anybody else around me, especially when they're good. I think I talked about this the last time I was live. Like, it's a thing because I cannot film and record sometimes because if I go up to a yard sale or I'm in a church sale and I know it's really good, it's like I need both hands. I need to focus. I have to beat all these people to all the things. It's me. It's just, I'm the problem. But it's the worst, which I actually hear from so many people. It is the worst to see somebody pick up something you would want right in front of you. Or as you're walking up to a sale, they're walking or thrift store. they're walking out with a thing that you definitely would have picked up. It's the worst. If I don't see it, I'm good. Like, I don't want to see it. But when I see it, it's the worst. It's like that worst. If I was here 5 more minutes, if I would have went this way at the sale instead of this way, I would have found that. So yeah, I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Yes, always. Okay. Church sales are a hit and miss. Yeah. So many people go here, don't enjoy the massive crowds. Yeah. That's me with our estate sales. I'm like, oh my, yeah, I am not fighting you through small hallways in a house to get to, no, I'm not doing that. So that's more estate sales for us here, I feel like. So like I said, we may go if we're in the area on the last day to see what's left and it's 50% off or whatever. But yeah, I'm not fighting you at an estate sale. Okay. Antiques in California are outrageous. I can't even imagine. However, antiques in Missouri and Arkansas are very reasonable, especially Facebook Marketplace. You just have to have cash on you that morning. So I feel I would really, 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 really love to literally, I'm not even kidding, get a travel van or whatever and literally go, if it's yard sailing, antique shop, whatever it is, thrifting across the US just to see the different. But the thing is that I would want to know where all of the local people like go to the thrift stores or whatever. You can find Goodwills and everything, that's fine. But the locals and where you live, you've got those places where, and for me, one of them is a Goodwill store that I like more than others, but there's still, I feel like, not necessarily here where we live, but a lot of people, I watch a lot of videos and they're sharing kind of like mom and pop thrift stores. And what is the big thrift stores that everybody else has and we don't have? If you say the name of it, I'll be like, yep, that's it. I want to go to one of those. Savers, that's what it's called. Savers, and there might be another one. We don't have those here. Like, are those better than Goodwills? I don't know, but I think it would be so much fun. So California, the antiques are outrageous. Do you mean just like at an antique store? Or are you meaning like even, I think it would be fun to go yard sailing in California in certain areas. I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong. But yeah, and whenever we are away, we always stop at thrift stores if we see them or find them. It's so fun when you're out of town to do that. Thrift Giant in Texas. Is that does Texas have a ton of those? Is this an open forum? I don't know what that means. I just came on. I'm just chit-chatting live with people here. So yeah, I guess it is an open forum. I don't know what you mean by that. So is Thrift Giant just in Texas, or is that your favorite one there? Or is that like a, what do I want to say? Are they everywhere? What am I trying to say? So you go, so that's something that I have thought would be super, Dallas area has several, okay. I think Texas would be so fun. And Denise and I did that. We're going to do that again. Thrifting, and she's in Texas and I'm in Iowa. I think they lived in Illinois. I know she works. Sometimes she has to commute to Chicago area for work sometimes. But anyway, I think Texas would be so fun to thrift in and stuff and yard sale in. Tell me if I'm wrong. Small towns around your area. So I have thought about actually doing this and recording it, like going to some of the small towns. I'm making notes around me and just seeing, and then like take you with me to see what. Yes, please ask any question. Yes, that's what I want to do here on Monday mornings going live. Please ask me any questions. Yeah, I'm just chit-chatting about thrifting it because I was sharing some of my finds. So that's where I took the conversation and some people were interacting with me. So yes, you ask me a question, I'm happy to to answer if I can and help you out. But yes, that's what I'm doing this for. Please. I was doing a Q&A box, and then some people were saying actually one person said, is there any way we can just chit chat with you? Like, I would love to just chit chat. And so it's like, well, I can go live. Would you guys like that? And a lot of people said, yes, do that. So we're trying this on Monday mornings. As long as you're here to chat with me, I'm happy to do this. So yes, if you have a painting question, let me know. But anyway, the small towns around me, and we do have small towns, but I wish there was, I have a lot of ideas all the time. I wish there was an easy way to find them, or an easy way to be, to find where, again, the local people, you can always find a Goodwill in a small town. I get that, and that's fine. I'm fine going there, and maybe some small towns, that's all they have. But where are the other, I always call them charity shops, because we have a couple of those here where, they're donating. It's not Goodwill, it's going to something else, if that makes sense. It's your town holiday today? Oh my gosh, what does that mean? That is awesome. You love markets, okay? So like flea markets and things like that, yes, those are fun too. There used to be a really good one in a small town near us. It was always on July 4th, and they didn't do that this year, and I don't know if they're getting away from it. But that was always a fun way to start off July 4th for us. People kind of would set up tables and tents down the main street. It was kind of, it was fun. Yeah, oh my gosh. Estate sales and yard block sales in the old parts of town. Okay, so Lori, that is so funny you say it. Habitat for, yes, we do go to like the Restore and stuff too. It's so funny. When we go to the town-wide sales, most people are going to the newer developments, always. For me, no, I'm going to stay in the older parts and kind of that's where I want to be. That's so funny, because most people, they just want to go to the new developments and I know everybody's looking for different things. So for sure, if you're looking for like baby stuff, kids stuff, and when our kids were younger, like we would definitely go there, but, because that's where families are building and moving to, and yes, totally. So if that's what you're going to look for, I would tell you to go to those areas. But for the kind of stuff that I'm looking for, it's always the older neighborhoods, that I want to be in. For sure. And if you're going to look for like name brand clothes and those kinds of things, go to the newer areas for sure. Totally. That's where you should go. Canton, Texas, First Monday Flea Market. I have seen some people share First Monday flea markets or first whatever in places like New York and other places. And it seems so cheap. I'm like, oh my, because I would think like those big cities and it would be so expensive. Like I would not like it at all. But it seems like it's really good prices for those kinds of things. Ooh. So I have a beautiful piece of artwork that was scratched and I still bought. Love the print. Is there something I can put on to disguise the scratches? Okay, so depending on what it is, obviously I can't see it. So I just picked up an antique painting. So, I mean, if it's an original, beautiful piece of artwork that was scratched and I still bought it, you're like me. You know, dents, dings, a little bit of wear and tear on certain things. Sometimes that brings me more to a piece or something to bring home because I love that. That just adds to the character. But depending on what it is, I may not touch it at all. So, because I'm just thinking of this, and I shared it on YouTube. I found an antique like painting, and it's not, there's a couple of areas, but I would never want to touch that. So if it's not anything like that, I mean, you could, I don't know. You know, my first instinct is to say the salve that I share all the time. but I don't know what it is. So I don't know for sure. Whatever you try it in the most inconspicuous, the smallest corner or the smallest scratch, because like the salve is, I've shared it 1,000 times, but like, I think you'd be able to tell where it is. Like you would probably have to do the whole thing in it. I don't know if that would work. I've never tried it on something like that. So I'm not sure. Scratches. So that tells me it's got to be paint, right? It's got to be like some kind of paint. Yeah, you can. And then you said flowers. I mean, if it's something I've seen and I love it, people will pick up canvases and things that people have already painted or whatever at the thrift stores or whatever, and they just use it or they go over it or they just add a little something here and there to make it their own. Like you could definitely do that. But yeah. Are there any other questions? Please, or you tell me about your thrifting adventures like you have been. I love that. Don't you think it would be super fun to do that? I would just need, like, how long would you need? Obviously, you're not going to hit every place in 2 weeks or something, but it would just be fun to do that. I have actually been looking to find, maybe you guys can help me, a travel van to rent. And the problem is it's where we live, I think. There's just not a lot of, and when I say travel van, I don't need to camp in it, but I want it to be a comfortable, because we've thought about getting one at one point. And so I would like to rent one to see if it's something we would actually even like. They call them day cruisers, I think, or something like that, where it's more of a, we don't need it super huge, but it's just, I think they do, like they'll have maybe they'll have like a microwave and a small fridge in it. And they do have like a toilet in the back, and like we don't need to sleep in it, if that makes sense. It's just to travel long distances in that is just a little bit more comfortable. One thing that we loved is our minivan. I say to them, people like to hate on minivans, but we were the minivan people. We loved them. They're comfortable. They store so much. I could get so much from a yard sale in them. Furniture, all my finds, 2 kids, and Matt and I in a minivan. I think they're the best. But yeah, so. Okay. I think the last time we did this, it was like 30 some minutes. Now we're on, it's been about 45 minutes. So I appreciate you guys that have been actually chit-chatting back and forth with me. I will do this again next Monday around 8 a.m. same time. Bring your questions, bring your whatever ideas, bring your, hey, try this. And I'm always willing to just, yeah, whatever. So, I did too, Lori. Thank you so much for chatting here. And yeah, anything I can help you with too, like your painting questions, like that kind of painting. Depending on what it is, I just don't know. But like obviously all the DIY projects, the flip houses we've done, the furniture. I've been doing this for over 13 years, 14 years. I can't remember. I was talking to the team about it and I was like, how long is this? I mean, I have not had a team that long, but I've been sharing this kind of stuff for so many years that I would love to help you in any way I can. So definitely bring your questions. And I used to do a Q&A box, but I think if you guys are good with, I did a Q&A box and then I would write down the questions and then I would answer them here. And I'm fine doing that again, but if you guys are fine just getting on here and, okay, see, that was another thing. So usually working. So I just, I know, I wish there was a way to do it so everybody can do it. And at night when more of the family's here, it's a little bit harder. So, yeah, if the time becomes an issue, like if this doesn't work, we can revisit that and maybe do it another time. Because I know, I mean, I'm getting on the computer as soon as I get off here, so I understand the whole work thing. But yeah, so this was great today. Thank you so much. Thank you to those that showed up. Thank you to those that interacted. And I hope you have a great week. It's supposed to be hot here. I'm sure it's hot where you are. I'm ready for fall weather, but I don't want to give up summer. Kind of just, I feel like summer, just like the schedules are a little bit different. They're not really, I mean, our kids are grown and I mean, they're still here some, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Summer's just a little bit more laid back. Like I still want that, but I just want the fall weather. Can I record my lives? So I think when I get off here, I can save it. Okay, I hope this doesn't get off here from you guys. Okay. Can you guys see me? That's not it. I don't know if I can I think I can save them. If I can save them, do you want me? Well, I could put them over on YouTube. IG and Facebook do not like long videos, right? I'm going to be completely honest. They want to be TikTok kind of. It's short, fast reels. That's what they like. I used to do these so much more. Anybody that's been here for a long time, I used to do all my thrift hauls live here or on Facebook. I just don't do it anymore because they will not show it to you. I see I totally see what you're doing. You think save to reels and then it'll show this even though it's been almost an hour? I'll try. I'll see when I get off here. I swear it says save. I'll see. I can't remember. But yes, I'm more than happy to save them. And then with the questions and everything, totally. And then if you guys can come back and watch them. See, there's another thing right here. And I don't want to click it when I'm on here. Okay, hang on. Oh, it didn't do anything. I'm so nervous to hit anything. Okay. Okay, it says copy. Okay, I just copied a link. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try and save this video. We'll see how this goes. And then, yes, if I can post it to the page, but like I said, with it being so long, I don't know if I can, but I will definitely try. And then check my stories today. I will let you know what I did with it. So if it doesn't let me because it's so long, put it here. I will see if I can somehow get it over to YouTube because that it doesn't matter how long it is. So I will let you know what I did after this. So just make sure to come back to my stories today, sometime today, and you'll see. I'll just put it in there just so it's easy. Stories only last 24 hours though. So make sure you do it sometime today within 24 hours, if that makes sense. So, okay, I hope you guys have a great week, a great day, and I will talk to you next time.